Fox 10 Arizona Morning with Ron Hoon, Rick D'Amico, Alexis Del Chiaro, and Corey McCloskey.
You know, as the Hooner and I were just talking the other day, these days you can get hair extensions, right?
Yeah.
Eyelash extensions.
Right.
I think Andy Rooney has had eyelash extensions. They come about down to here.
Eyebrow extensions, do you mean?
Oh, eyebrow. Yeah,
Right.
not eyelash. What am I thinking?
I wonder if he like bumps into people with those eyebrows.
I know. Why doesn't he just get them cut? At least for the summer.
Yeah.
And now something new, eyebrow transplants. If you can't get your eyebrows as full and shapely as you like, this may be one way to get perfect eyebrows. Andrea is live. Is this like a permanent thing once you have it done?
This is a permanent thing. You know, most women that have sparse eyebrows, it's either genetics or it's just simply they've over-plucked over the years, and so many women deal with this. Maybe some men out there, but mostly the women. And now this eyebrow transplant really gaining popularity. It actually has been around for about 10 years, just no one really knows about it and has used it. So take a look first and see how it all works. Eyebrows, they frame your face and can be an accurate measure of your mood. But what if you didn't have them?
My face looked empty, expressionless. I felt like almost ghostly. When I would look in the mirror, you know, how you lift your eyebrows, you furrow them, whatever you do with your eyebrows just wasn't there.
Kelly Becker says she never really had full brows and has been filling them in since she was 13 years old.
And by the time I was 18 or 19, I hardly had anything there at all, so I was literally like drawing them on.
To give her brows a boost, she did what many are doing these days, an eyebrow transplant.
How are your eyebrows doing?
Fabulous.
Well, the big thing with eyebrows is people say, I've been fighting these. These have been my enemies for years, and now I want them back. And what we do is numb up a section, an area on their scalp, and we remove hair follicles from that section. Sit down with a microscope and trim, dissect out the individual grafts or hair follicles. Then sit with the patient and sketch in, draw literally, the eyebrows that we can reconstruct. You can take little forceps or tweezers and slide in each of those individual follicles and just put them in where you want them.
I mean, I'm ecstatic. Every day I wake up, I'm grateful for my eyebrows, and I think it's absolutely an amazing procedure that everybody should do.
The procedure takes just a few hours and costs anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. And back here live, you know, I hadn't heard much about this, so we kind of searched around the valley to see what places around here were actually doing the eyebrow transplants, and we found Bosley Hair Restoration, the same clinic that you saw in the piece that treated the lady. They have an office here in Scottsdale. Dr. John Hamilton is here with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
And the piece really explains kind of the nuts and bolts of the whole treatment, but it actually is very similar to hair transplants, which have been around for years.
Well, we've refined hair transplants with follicular units, which are natural little 1 and 2 hair grafts, and that made eyebrow grafting very reasonable and artistic. So it looks natural, and a lot more women are now interested in it.
And you actually take the hair from the person's actual head, their scalp.
It's their scalp hair that's trimmed down to just tiny little perfect 1 hair grafts that are placed in the right angle and direction in the normal eyebrow. So the results are natural. Okay,
and the recovery, you said it's pretty much non-invasive. Recovery time not too bad, but to get the actual results, it takes a while.
It takes a while. It's a minimally invasive local anesthesia procedure. It takes about 2 hours. The little hair shafts that we place frequently will fall out, and then the permanent hair grows, and that might be a matter of months.
Okay. Dr. John Hamilton, thank you again. So it's not instant, but if you're willing to wait, you can have those natural-looking brows, and once they've grown in, sometimes people have to come back in, get a few more done, and after they've grown, you can actually trim them because, again, they're real hair, so it actually grows. So you are going to have to trim them and groom them a bit. But, you know, people that have spent years filling in their brows with makeup, even resorted to the tattooing, this is something that might be for them.
And you said it was $3,000. Is that per eyebrow or total?
Is it $3,000 per eyebrow, or is it total, depending on the grafts that are done?
Totally. Most patients spend between $3,000 to even $5,000
Okay.
for both eyebrows.
And it all depends on how many grafts they actually have to put in the eyebrow between both of them.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it can be costly, but sometimes, you know, things are worth it for beauty.
Once it's done, you don't have to worry about it for forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No fuss then.
Familiar with Bosley? I see them advertised all over the place for men's hair restoration.
And
Yeah.
they're very popular for that.
Yes.
So.
Okay. Andrea, thanks. It's another one of those wow things, Hooner.
It is. Let's go up to a guy with a great set of eyebrows. Corey McCloskey.